6:53, time for the morning sprint.
A wrong-way driver and a Rock County deputy are okay after a head-on collision overnight. The deputy saw the driver going north in the southbound lanes of Highway 26. The officer tried to turn on their lights to warn oncoming traffic, but the driver then collided head-on with the deputy's car. More on the crash and who was arrested is all up on channel3000.com.
Summerfest right around the corner, and they just released the full lineup for this year. Jason Aldean will headline day one. Justin Bieber, day two. The first weekend's going to wrap up with a performance from Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa, and the Wu-Tang Clan. Backstreet Boys, Machine Gun Kelly, and Thomas Rhett will perform along with Steve Miller Band, Boys to Men, and Death Cab for Cutie.
Following the parade tragedy in Waukesha, lawmakers are trying to amend the state constitution to allow judges to consider past crimes when setting bail. Ex-incarcerated folks organized a legislative day of action against the change. They say they're concerned some of the language included in the resolution is poorly defined.
Richland Center police identifying the man whose body was found along a walking path this week. He's been identified as 53-year-old Peter Shep, who was from Richland Center. No foul play is suspected. An autopsy is being conducted to determine the cause.
The United Nations says more than 4 million refugees have now fled Ukraine since Russia launched its invasion more than a month ago. Right now, delegations from both countries are meeting in Turkey to negotiate a peace treaty. Ukraine says it's willing to declare neutrality in exchange for security guarantees.
Officials in Boscobel say corrected ballots are on their way to voters after a misprint. In a Facebook post, District Administrator Misty Mosloff said that District 2 Alderperson Stephanie Brown's name was mistakenly printed on the District 3 race, and District 3 Alderperson Chrissy Whitaker Schneider's name was printed on the District 2 race. Mosloff confirmed with News Tree Now that 32 voters in the district received the misprinted ballots and were contacted and mailed the correct ones.
President Joe Biden signing a new law making lynching a federal crime. The Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act is named after a 14-year-old black boy who was murdered by a group of white men in Mississippi for allegedly whistling at a white woman back in 1955. The bill passed the Senate unanimously after almost doing so in the House.
The U.S. Coast Guard now helping free a container ship that's been stranded in the Chesapeake Bay for more than 2 weeks. Crews made their initial attempt to refloat the Ever Forward yesterday after more than a week of dredging, but it didn't budge. The ship ran aground north of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge March 13th. Officials have said there were no reports of injuries, damage, or pollution.
We do still have a couple of showers out there that we are watching this morning. We're going to see more rain filter in later on today. So enjoy this little reprieve that we have for now before things get active again. We'll warm things up to 58 this afternoon. Temperatures are going to drop, though, later on tonight. We're planning out the day. Here's 11 o'clock. We see more of these showers coming in. And then overnight tonight, we go from the rain to the snow. And that snow is going to stick around with us into tomorrow morning. Some of that accumulates as well before we start to see some of that break up as we start to move towards the later part of the morning.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us this morning, folks. We'll see you back here tomorrow.